And we are not much on the receiving end of that 1.3 trillion. And we got to start being on the receiving end of this. And African Americans, especially young people, are seen as the cultural tastemakers. So if we are deliberate in how we think about where we spend our money, if we make an effort to work with African American vendors, suppliers, and partners where we can give our own community a tremendous shot in the arm. We also need to be proactive in sharing our networks and our experience and creating new connections and opportunities for each other. Now, that's something I've been trying to do through my work as a member of the Executive Committee of the United States Golf Association. I firmly believe it's time for the USGA to lead in building a more inclusive golf culture, one that is more accessible, welcoming, and appealing to everyone. Last month, I invited a group of very well-known African Americans to be ambassadors at the U.S. Open. I introduced them to Tom O'Toole, our chairman, our president, Mike Davis, and all the executive members of the USGA. I didn't just do a handshake. They sat down and broke bread. They talked to one another. And they talked about starting to build bridges and helping advise the organization on many issues of inclusiveness and growing the game of golf. And it's good for people of color as well, because the golf course remains a place where important business deals do go down. And African American business leaders ought to be part of those conversations. And as an owner and manager of 3 golf resorts that boast great courses, they include Packard, Palmer, Nicholas, and Watson. My ownership in these fine resorts puts a great deal of responsibility on me to make sure that the governing bodies of golf include us in every aspect of leadership and decision making. Now, the question that we should be asking ourselves is, what do we want to stand for? I'm going to repeat that again. What is it we want to stand for? Today, we live in a world where people expect more from the business community. Private sector success is no longer just about making money, if indeed it ever was. To make an impact, we need to make a difference, and we need to stand for something that matters. And of course, creating jobs and opportunity is absolutely essential. I've got 2,500 employees that are counting on me, and I want to be successful for them. But inasmuch as we've seen business leaders, what does it mean to be Black business leaders? How do we want to define our leadership for our communities, our country, and the world? These questions I put to you, but I'll tell you how I'd answer them myself. As we build the value of Black-owned businesses, here's what I hope Black business owners value. First and fundamentally, we should value diversity, and that includes gender as well. I want to see more women rising as high as their talents can take them. The business case for including and empowering women is crystal clear. Surveys have found a strong correlation between companies' diversity efforts and their employees' satisfaction. A diverse workforce can improve customer and supplier relationships by mirroring today's diverse society. And research shows that companies with higher percentages of women board of directors significantly